Greetings, adventurers, and well met, Master of Dungeons here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the Master of Dungeons. It is Sunday evening, time for another episode 38 of the Shattered Obelisk, Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk. The characters have been going through Elithanok and have made their way into one of the Far Realm Rifts and seem to have acquired something called a knobble, almost a little tribble-looking creature that seems to embody one of the runes that they need to take back into the main ritual chamber in Elithanok. However, something might be stalking them, as when they had plucked the knobble from the rune that was examined by their wizard, something begin to rumble in the chambers of the extra-dimensional space of the Far Realm Rift in which the characters are currently located. But before we jump to that, let's refresh everyone and remind them who everyone is playing. Again, we are playing Adventurers League rules, slightly altered. Instead of the characters all getting a copy of the every magic item at the end of every session, we've chosen to hold off on those. That way, gives a little bit more of a home feel to a normal feel to it with limited magic items. But after the adventure is over, once we finish the hardcover, all of those magic items will replicate for all of them, giving them a massive magic item horde. Let's go ahead and remind everyone who is playing, who you are playing this evening. Welcome in, Fingers. Captain, welcome in. Go ahead and Felix, remind everyone who you are playing.
All right, I am playing Phelix, the Lightfoot Halfling, Order of the Scribes Wizard, level 9, with the urchin background. Grew up on the streets of Neverwinter. Started traveling with his friends and managed to get to, where was it, Phandelver, and working now on defeating Illithids in Elithanok.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much, Felix. And then we have Hannibal.
All right, Hannibal. Bullet point. Wears no armor. Forest. Chest hair. Maybe I lost my voice.
Your mic was
He is a Way of the Ascendant Dragon monk, wearing no armor. You often see him sprout wings and fly short distances. Also uses some dope dragon magic sometimes to replace some of his attacks with different energies. He loves swinging his beautiful battle axe Hugh. He likes swinging his fist in a focus-filled flurry of blows. He likes adventuring with his 3 friends, and he comes from the far traveler background. So a lot of folks, especially around Phandelver, they'll go their whole lives without ever traveling more than a few miles from where they were born. But I ain't one of those folks.
All right, thank you, Hannibal. And then, of course, we have Ulmor.
Yes, I'm playing Ulmor Wakefield, the orc bard-barian, if you will. More on the barbarian side these days, but he still has a little bit of musical talent and tries to inspire his fellows with whatever he can. And if he gets pissed off, he'll just go into rage and start bashing shit.
Very true. Thank you, Ulmor. And then, of course, they are accompanied by their NPC companion, Shae Moonrise. She is a Twilight Domain cleric of their level. I believe we're on 9th level, right? And she does her best. She's a follower of Seluna and Elestrae, and does her best to keep them alive, and has gotten an itch in her britches lately and likes to jump into combat for some reason. She's been rethinking that since she's gotten very, very close to death's door the last few adventures. She's gone down once or twice. So she's definitely been casting Death Ward on herself, and she is rethinking her martial prowess, and probably is going to go back to more defensive play to aid the characters. Before we get started, of course, we are playing Adventurers League. For those that don't know what Adventurers League is basically the organized play for Dungeons & Dragons through Wizards of the Coast, and it is basically rules as written. The new Player's Handbook and Dungeon Master's Guide, the 2024 books have come out, so we are integrating those rules as we play. Some of them we might forget. Some of them we will do our best to try to make sure we're using the most current rules when possible here and there. But that's basically what we're doing. So everyone go ahead and start with heroic inspiration if you do not have it, still from last session. The way inspiration is used now, for those watching, you do not have to announce it before you roll your d20 to give you advantage. You can use it as a reroll now. Also, Sharon can cast her guidance spell as a reaction, since it is a reaction spell now. And it lasts for up to the 1 minute, so she can, and during that 1 minute, she can give multiple things away. Once somebody uses it, she can still concentrate on it and give it to somebody else, etc. All right, so as we mentioned, the characters were in the Labyrinth of Eyes, had found the novel, and heard something crashing and rumbling in the area. For those watching, also, you're seeing my vantage point as the DM. On the right-hand side of the screen, you should see a blown-up area of the Roll20 chat and roll area, so you can see the rolls a little bit better. But let's go ahead and bring up our turn order. Everyone, go ahead and select your token and give me who is carrying the novel. Though I think someone said they put it in Hannibal's haversack.
Yep.
I don't have the haversack.
I'm not
Ulmor
Hannibal.
does.
Yeah,
Ulmor, yes, Ulmor. Yeah.
Ulmor has the haversack. Yeah, I've got it.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. And,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. We took it off the screen there. Everyone select their tokens and roll their initiative. You do recall the name of the creature that this most likely will be, as it was discussed with you before you entered into these chambers. Golcus. Golcuus, if you recall.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll sort the initiative. The first to react from hearing this loud roar that echoes through the halls of this complex in the far realm. Again, the area is filled with fairly dim light as you see this green and silvery mist kind of just glowing even in the air and on the walls and such like that all around you. You are the first to react, Ulmor. You hear it coming from somewhere to the east of you. When I say the cardinal directions, I'm meaning on the map as we look at it. That might not be east. As you recall, you came in and used the orb of location or whatever, orb of direction that Hannibal had, and it gave you no directions.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, Ulmor will look at everyone and say, what the hell is that? I'll go look. And I'll step over here and come up to this corner and peek around it. And then pull back. As I peek around, I don't know if I see anything.
Once you go ahead and step up first before you step back down.
Okay.
You see the long hallway that ends with your vision all the way down at the end of the corridor. There does seem to be some sort of wrecked table, but you do hear noise coming from that area.
Okay.
Anything else? That was your movement. Any action, bonus action, or do you want to take your other movement to dash?
I think I'll just use my inspiration for Phelix.
Felix?
I've already got some.
You already got inspiration? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, did I do that before? Okay.
Yes, you did.
Forgot.
Felix
Okay,
still
all
has
right.
his inspiration.
All right, never mind then. No, I'll just kind of stand there and keep looking down the hallway, and I'll ready my weapon, my javelin.
Javelin? Okay. Keep in mind, javelin doesn't have very far range.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up, Hannibal.
All right.
Javelin.
I think I would have known where the sound came from.
Yes,
Poke
echoing
down.
through from the east somewhere.
5, 10, 15. Um,
I was watching that as
20,
Hannibal's view.
25. Say again?
I was just letting you know that they can see your view on the screen.
All right, I'm gonna first give it a poke.
Give what a poke.
In the flavor of an unarmed strike.
Give what a poke.
Nice.
Can you hear
The
me?
little
Yeah,
You poking the hairy balls?
yeah.
The noble is in
Yeah,
his haversack.
it's in the backpack.
When you plucked the noble, that's when you heard the rumbling from the east, echoing through the
Oh.
chambers. The only thing that's standing down here with you now is the faded rune that's even faded more since the noble's been picked. Just some debris and the manifest mind of Phelix is down there. If you want to move yourself back and change your actions, feel free.
Yeah. I'll just come up here and line up with Ulmor.
Okay. Anything
I guess
else?
I'll
Extra
I'll skirt
movement?
ahead a little bit further,
Okay.
and that'll be my go.
All right, Phelix.
excuse me. I think I'm going to start off sending my manifest mind up as far as it can go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, which is all of there. And then I'm going to move myself. That's 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. And then for my action, I'm just going to dash and get up a little bit further toward like right here so I can sort of see down the hallway a little bit. But
Okay.
not quite.
All right, end of turn.
End of turn.
All right, Sharon is up. She's going to step forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, using her full range of movement as a wood elf. She's going to actually use her action to go ahead and prepare and is going to pop up her Twilight Sanctuary. Since everyone lost their temporary hit points from the long rest, the benefits of the long rests that you received, I think Fingers spent those. Oh, Sheaves, congratulations on a 15 stream streak. Thank you so much. And then at the end of her turn, everyone will get a die 6 plus 9. We'll just roll a die 6 plus 9. Maxed out. Everyone gets 15 temporary hit points at the end of their turn. Maxed out off the rip.
Very nice.
That is her action. She's going to use a bonus action. She's going to hold off. She's going to wait and get ready to prepare. You do see her pulling out the necessary things to cast a bless spell if needed. Do you hear the shouting from the east? You see a creature, Hannibal and Ulmor, appear in the hall. It looks like this.
Wow. Okay.
Can't wait for Ulmor to cook that up. Ooh.
Tasty.
Seeing Ulmor and Hannibal, I can't really see Phelix, I don't believe, because Phelix could barely see up into the part of the hall here. So Phelix and Shaelrun are kind of out of its view at the moment. Oh, my apologies. I forgot something here. We're going to have to change something else up here real quick. It has advantage on initiative rolls. I did not realize that. So it just ready its action to move afterwards. It is going to go ahead and just use its action to dash. What is the range on your javelin, Ulmor?
Okay. One moment. Let me see if I have that. I'm not sure what the range is because I have not looked at it in a while. Let me look. Oh,
Or is that's what I'm checking in the compendium right quick. Javelin. A little slow this evening.
yeah, I was trying to bring it up too. Range is 30 feet / 120.
Okay, so it is within your long range, so you can attack it with disadvantage. Your trigger has gone off.
Okay. I will do it.
So go ahead and roll with disadvantage. An 11 is going to miss the creature as your javelin clatters to the ground.
Ooh, okay.
Ulmor, you are up.
Okay. This thing looks pretty nasty. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move up there. And how far is that? Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and throw my javelin of lightning at the creature.
Okay. Again, that is with disadvantage because of the range, but a 16 will hit.
Okay.
So it must make a dexterity. Go ahead and roll the damage. Did you rage or no?
No, not yet. So don't count that. I was going to rage at.
6 piercing, and it's got to make a DC 13 dex save for the 17 lightning. Let's take the 6 piercing off first. Don't believe it has any resistance to. Nope. Okay, perfect. And then it will attempt a dexterity saving throw. DC is a 13. It will make the save, taking half the damage, which would be 8 lightning.
Okay.
Oops. Nope. Hold on 1 second.
No worries. And after he throws the javelin, and sees that doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, hurts it, but decides to go ahead and pull out the staff and shield and just yells and rages.
Okay.
And in turn.
The creature is up. It is going to move forward. To Ulmor. 55 movement. It is going to make its multi-attack. Oops, here we go. Its first attack at Ulmor. AC of 9 will miss. AC of 21 will hit. So that will take you down to 4. It's definitely been an hour since you entered into this chamber, going through figuring out how the central chamber spun and all of that. So the psychic resistance that you would have had from the well, obviously Felix still has his psychic resistance. The psychic resistance that everyone else had, you still have a vial of it though. However, I believe that vial is in Felix's possession because she did Sharon did hand out a vial of that mixture from the statue in the entrance of the Lithinoc. She gave that to everyone, but that's worn off. But you still have a vial of it, Felix. That was its 2 dreadful contact attacks. It's going to take some I-beam attacks. These are going to be at disadvantage because it is in melee range with Ulmor. It's going to take 1 at Ulmor. AC of 21 for another 11 psychic damage. Then it's going to take 2 shots at Hannibal at disadvantage. AC of 17 will miss Hannibal.
Yep.
An AC of 16 will miss Hannibal. And Felix, I believe you can see it now, correct?
Yep.
One at you at disadvantage. AC of 24.
Oof. All right. That's psychic, so I'm resistant.
Yeah, shield won't help, but the psychic damage does reduce it. Your psychic resistance does reduce it to 8 points of damage. That is the creature's turn. Hannibal, you are up.
Delicious. First, I'm going to blast one of my Breath of the Dragon. Seeing that lightning looked pretty good. It's got to make a DC 16 dex save.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 2 rolls of my martial dice.
And you're doing a line, correct?
Yes.
And what type of damage? You said lightning?
Lightning.
Dexterity saving throw. It will make it will fail its save because your DC is what, a 16?
Yes.
So we'll take 3 lightning.
It's a hell of a roll. All right, I'm going to run up. I'm going to swing you.
Second attack.
Yep.
A 16 will hit.
Nice. I'm going to do a stunning strike on that. I don't like it attacking all my friends like that.
All right, and that is a DC 16 con save, correct?
Correct.
It will make the save.
I can only do that once. Thanks a lot, Chris. Breaking my monk. All right, I guess I'm going to do a flurry of blows and throw 2 unarmed strikes down.
That will hit.
Nice. Drop another focus point. 1 for the stunning, 1 for the flurry of blows. Drop a Breath of the Dragon. That's me.
Oh, you still have
Grab
one
my-
more. Oh, no, you attacked with both stunning strikes. Okay, got it. Let's see the second one. Felix.
Cast Fireball. I'm going to. Let's leave it at fire. It should be fine. And then I'll focus it or center it here. Actually, I guess I got to move up 5 feet so I can do that. Center it here.
Just so it gets the edge of your companion, gets them and not your companion, that's fine. Don't have to worry about pulling out the template.
Yep, and I'll cast it at level 3. Oh, Fireball. DC 17 dex save.
All right, attempt to get dexterity saving throw. It will fail,
Yes.
taking 24 damage. However, it does have a reaction. It is going to use this reaction against Phelix. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
All right. Do I have advantage because it's a psychic? Oh, I have advantage because it's wisdom.
I have advantage because it's wisdom.
Boom.
There you
24.
go. So you're going to take 3d6 psychic, halved, and then quartered. So 3d6 psychic is 9 down to 4 down to 2 psychic damage.
Oh, man. That hurt a whole lot.
That was some sort of spell, right?
Huh?
That was some sort of spell?
It's obsessive rebuke? No.
Can I sentinel?
No. This is not making an attack roll.
Okay.
Nice try, though. Any more movement for Phelix or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm going to duck down this way so it can't see me to do the other attack. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to bring my manifest mind up to here so that I can see it without it being able to see me.
End of turn?
End of turn.
All right, Sharon is up. She is going to go 5-10 to there. Stifles a gasp. She is then going to go ahead and pull out a spiritual weapon. Place it right there. She will hit. Doing 13 points of damage. And she is going to throw a Toll the Dead at the creature as well. Attempting its wisdom saving throw. At advantage because of magic resistance, it will make its save. Top of the round to Ulmor.
All right. Swinging spider staff.
19 will hit. It does take the poison damage as well.
Awesome. And swinging once again, trying to hit the big eye.
21 will hit. 13.
And it's this thing. I'd like to try to use the shield. Try to knock it prone if it's able. Shield master. Athletics. If I can, I'll try it.
No, you force the creature to make. No, that's the old version. The new version is you force it to make a saving throw. Your DC is 14. Actually, it's more than that because it's your strength. It's 8 plus your strength modifier, which is a 4 because you have a Gauntlets of Ogre power, correct?
Right.
So that's 12 plus your proficiency bonus is 4, so it's a DC 16 strength save.
Okay, gotcha. Right.
I'm not going to make the save because you discovered the creature is immune to prone.
Okay.
End of turn for Ulmor?
Yeah, end of turn. Yep.
All right, the creature is up. The creature turns around, and you see all of the eyes begin to weep, releasing a flood of negative emotions. Actually, wait a second.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm sorry. It's releasing weeping eyes. So everyone, because everyone is within 30 feet of it, give me a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Ooh. Oh.
I'll use my inspiration on it.
Good call.
Okay, go ahead and roll again. All right, so Ulmor, Phelix, and Hannibal all succeed. Sharon does not. Luckily, Sharon is not concentrating on any spells because spiritual weapon does not require concentration, nor does her ability for her Twilight Domain. And the creature is basically kind of, as they would say in the film Snatch, proper fucked. Hannibal, you are up next.
Alrighty. I'm going to blast it with Hugh.
That will hit. Doing 15 slashing.
I will come back around and catch it again with Hugh. Swinging for the fences.
That will hit. And as you slash into the bubbling mass of eyes, it sighs out and whispers something in deep speech. Does anyone speak deep speech?
Undercommon. Draconic. Abyssal. Nope.
No.
And it falls to the ground. Its corpse gone. Or its corpse there, but it's dead.
Okay.
Taking you out of combat.
I punch it once anyways.
With the weeping eyes, did Sharon have any effect, or?
No, her movement's just 0 until the end of the creature's next turn.
Okay.
And if the creature was concentrating, its concentration is broken. But she's able to shake off the effects of the negative emotions from the creature very quickly, like within 5 or 6 seconds afterwards. Taking you out of combat and leaving you here in the hallway. You do know that the creature came from this direction here.
Okay. All right.
All right, I'll ask. I wasn't up there, so Ulmor, where'd that come from?
Down the hall here, all the way down the hall. There's a table down that way. It seemed like it came from around that table.
All right.
Let's go check it out.
This is where we came from, right? We recognize that.
Yeah, this is the area where you came from, where you moved the orb around.
Yep. Uh-oh. Hallway. Send in the eyes.
Okay.
All the
Peeking
feelers.
around the corner, do we see anything down there?
More ruins.
I'm going to let the Manifest Mind check it out.
Okay. Yes.
More ruined tables and what appears to be lab equipment. You can go ahead and move the mind through there. There's nothing in there that's going to damage you or anything like that. It's just kind of like a mini maze.
Okay.
The room itself, this large chamber is divided by thin stone walls. You see smashed tables and tools. Build 3 of the shallow alcoves.
Ulmor will take a quick look at this table to see if there's anything useful or interesting.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. Studying the area. Actually, I think that would be a perception check, unless you're. There's different types of checks now. One is for investigation and study. It's basically a study. What's called a study action, and the other one which uses Arcana or History or Investigation, and the other is a search check, I believe, which uses Perception and or like wisdom, survival, things like that.
Yeah, he's doing just a search.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival or a perception check, your choice. Nice. Searching through that rubble there, Ulmor, you do note that there is a set of jeweler's tools.
Oh, okay. I'll pocket those.
Okay.
I'll do the same thing in my corner.
Okay. Looking through, you note that there are 3 rubies carved to look like eyeballs in the rubble there. And those rubies are worth about 300 gold pieces each.
Oh, wow.
And I'll take this corner up here.
Okay. The only thing of value there does appear to be a statuette of a beholder with emeralds at the ends of the eye stalks, a huge diamond for a central eye. The statuette itself is worth 5,500 gold pieces.
So say that again. 5,500 gold pieces, and it's a statuette of
A beholder.
the holder.
And you had
Okay.
three rubies that were worth 300
Gotcha.
gold each.
That is strange. A statuette of a beholder. Never. Yeah, it seems.
Kind of makes
different.
sense.
Yeah.
Give me an Arcana check. Anyone that might be skilled with Arcana, perhaps maybe a religion or history check.
Arcana 23.
All right, Felix, you do recall that some of the information is that Golkus had exited the rift, and the Mind Flayers did something to him. From the looks of all of the accoutrement throughout this laboratory and workspace area, it appears that the Golkus was once a beholder that had been warped by the Mind Flayers and the Far Realm energies into that ocular.
Oh.
If you want to, everyone give me insight.
Yes.
Hmm.
We got that.
Yeah, Ulmor and Hannibal, you probably get the idea that even though you can't speak deep speech, the creature was probably relieved to be released.
Oh.
So that's probably what it said, like a thank you or something of that nature once you killed it, freeing it from, obviously this is some sort of prison for it.
Wow. I just thought of that little guy down in the bottom of the ship in the oil and water world. Thank you.
Boom!
Or something like, I forget what he said. Thank you or something.
But this does seem to be the final room of the Labyrinth of Eyes.
Ooh.
You have
okay.
acquired the novel, which through your arcanic checks and such like that is kind of like the embodiment of the rune that you need to activate the portal into the far realm where the folk from Phandelver have been taken. And I'm just going to go ahead and gather you all up here real quick.
Okay.
Then I'm going to move you back down here to the entrance. And when you are ready, we can move you back over to the other map.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back over to Elithanok. And should find your tokens up here in the familiar area up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Ulmor takes a deep breath and he says, finally a place that doesn't smell like farts.
Well, it's fairly noxious.
Give it a minute. Right. Sweet. Head out to the portal.
keep in mind for every episode that we've played, you've gained 10 downtime days. So we played 37 so far. This is 38. So you all would have, other than the ones that Phelix has spent for copying spells and such, everyone has at least 370 downtime days.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Copying spells only cost me minutes, though.
Yeah, but the rules for Adventurers Leagues do still require spending of downtime days.
And what's the point of the ability?
For non-AL games.
But if it's AL is by the rules,
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yes,
That seems to be counter to that.
We could sit here and I don't make the AL rules, unfortunately. It'd be a lot more fun. A lot more fun if I did.
That just seems like, if it's in the rules and AL is. I'm not arguing with you, Mitch. I'm arguing with the system.
Same people that took away my monk abilities.
Do not blame
Damn the man, save the empire. Anyway.
But yes, Hannibal, you're back out here in the chamber where you did find on the walls some writings from if you recall, some of the townsfolk from Phandelver had written inside some of these chambers. You discovered that they were taken up here to the central chamber, which is where the portal is. But you do know that there are 2 other locations somewhere where you have to find what appears to be these other novels.
Yeah. So let's go where we haven't been.
We didn't see one over in over here in what's his face's area, did we? Can't remember his name. The other.
No.
Okay.
The other mind flayer, you did not. You have not encountered any of the other far realm rifts yet.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's head back to the statue and then go.
All right,
down.
lead the way. My orb doesn't work down here. I can't find anything.
Oh, it does here now. The orb of direction, because this is actually in Faerun in the Underdark. Recall?
Okay.
You'd travel down all of those tunnels to make your way down here.
Yeah, we're back from the far realm or wherever it was, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So cool. All right, back to the statue, and we haven't been to the west now, or the east, or the south.
This is where you came in.
Oh, okay, that's where we came in. Gotcha. All right, that's right. Okay.
I'm going to mark it with my chalk for Ulmor.
Thanks, Hannibal.
Oh, yes, there's a door behind the statue that you haven't explored yet. You also haven't explored the corridor to the south.
Oh, well, Ulmor says, he walks over and he looks at this door and he says, I'm going to go in here.
Before you do that, Shaelrin does look to everyone. Make sure to put up 15 temporary hit points. Ulmor, you would have lost some, but Shaelrin still had that out. Let's go ahead and do that roll a couple more times. So, Ulmor, you'll be up to 13 temporary hit points. Everyone else is still at their 15. Actually, did you take some away, Felix, from your damage? You'd have taken those off your temporary instead of your actual hit points. 8 hit points you've taken.
I know. I took the temporary at the end of my turn, and I took that damage.
Oh, gotcha.
During my turn.
Gotcha. Okay. Actually, then Ulmor, you would be at 15 too, because you would have gotten yours at the end of your turn after it damaged you.
Okay.
All right, so everyone's good. All right, so you're at the. She does ask Felix. Shaelrin does if you want her to use her healer feat on you.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, might as well do that.
So it allows you to spend a hit dice to heal plus an additional 4 points.
All right. 6 plus 4 is 10. Hey, that's max.
Excellent. All right, then after she patches Felix up with the healer kit, she looks over and nods to Ulmor.
Might as well, bud.
Does this one have the goo that gives the?
Yes, it does.
You guys want to take a drink before we enter, just so we
Shaelrin
have that?
will not hesitate. She's already doing so. If you recall, it is very bland, but it is nutritious, and it does give you resistance to psychic damage for an hour.
Oh yeah, definitely. Ulmor will. He gets a spoon out of his haversack and he kind of gets down on the floor and just kind of starts spooning it in.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Ulmor, also, if you want to use a use of your healer kit, Shaelrin will heal you with that as well.
Totally. Yes. Let's see. I've got. Yeah. Okay.
So spend whichever one of your hit die you wish, one from your bard or one from your barbarian, and you add 4 to it.
Okay. 1, 5.
So you're almost max.
Almost. All right. Listening at the door.
All right. Give me a perception check if you would, please. You hear nothing on the other side.
Okay. Is this door a normal door? Does it have any weird carvings?
Above the door or anything of that nature? Let's see here.
Like evil tentacle face wizard behind here.
The door to this room actually bears a series of small raised dots.
Okay.
You definitely recognize it.
Your dots.
You do recognize it as the language of Qualith, which is the Mind Flayer's tactical language. You use their tentacles on.
What's this say, Felix? These weird dots on here.
I'd have to redo my
Comprehend languages?
Yeah, you know what? I'll just cast it. I'll use my 1 time per day to
Okay.
do the ritual quickly.
Yep, with the comprehend language, the tactical language that using the magic to decipher, it says Chambers of Hashutu, most refined and chosen, who is blessed with writhing gifts for hands.
Writhing gifts for hands. Oh, he's the one that's got the tentacles instead of hands.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked. Was he the one who's no?
You
Paranoid.
That was someone else.
You do know that all 3 of the you've noted that all 3 of them have from what you've encountered some of their chambers and from the information you've gathered, they seem to have gone into the far realm with the captives through the main chamber.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't encountered any of them other than some of their lackeys.
Okay.
Did we see a statue of this guy? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I'm not sure if you have or not. I don't believe you have.
No, Oshundo told us about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was paranoid. Enemies waiting around every corner or something. I gotta learn how to type more gooder.
All right. Well, if the door is not doing anything strange or glowing or looking weird, Ulmor will go ahead and try to open it.
It is unlocked. Entering into the chamber, you see that it contains a large tub crusted with blue stains to the south. A desk and shelves holding an assortment of bottles and an enormous walk-in closet to the north, containing dozens of long, elegant robes.
Hannibal, found your bathtub. Finally, you can take a bath. All right. Well, first thing Ulmor will do is he will immediately walk up and look into the wardrobe and kind of just take a look and see if there's anything hiding in there.
Doesn't appear to be anything hiding in there. There is this enormous walk-in closet does contain dozens of long, elegant robes.
Ooh. Long, elegant robes.
Long being that you've seen the mind flayers, how they kind of levitate over the ground, and the robes would even fall past their feet. The chamber to the south where the tub is, Hannibal.
Yep.
The blue stains in the tub still faintly smell of wildflowers. And it does seem as if the items in this area have not been touched for many days.
All right.
Okay. Ulmor will quickly just go through and look at the robes that are in there and just try to go through them each and just kind of see if anyone stands out that's like a lot better condition or shinier, as he would put it, than the other ones.
They're all pristine-looking robes.
Okay.
Between the robes and looking at the bottles on the shelves, obviously getting excited that it might be potions. They're not. They're actually perfumes.
Oh.
But between the robes and the perfume bottles, you can find about 500 gold pieces worth of treasure. And you find another mind crystal.
Oh, nice.
Give me an Arcana check, if you would, Felix. Actually, what's your passive Arcana?
18.
Since you've encountered the crystals before, I'm not going to make you have to identify it. You can kind of, since you're familiar with some of the crystals and some of the way they look and stuff like that, you can discern that this is actually a subtle mind crystal. When you cast a spell with the cast out of one action by holding a mind crystal, you can modify the spell. This one, you can cast the spell without any somatic or verbal components.
Would be nice.
Of course, once the mind crystal has been used, it becomes a non-magical gem worth 50 gold.
Anything on the desk, Ulmor?
What I was going to ask next.
Just like things for what are they called? The little perfume applicators, little bulb, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Spritzers? Atomizers?
Atomizers, yes, there we go.
10 points, Hannibal.
Okay. Well, Ulmor will kind of rifle through the different bottles of perfume and starts to smell some of them, and he's looking for a one that has the really strong scent of flowers that he smelled before, if you can. There's any kind of flower.
Oh yeah. There's all different types of perfumes.
Okay. He takes a flowery perfume bottle and puts it in his pack.
Okay. But yeah, there's nothing else on the. It's more of a vanity than a desk. As you get closer to it. But nothing else of value other than the 500 gold pieces worth of robes and rare bottles of perfume, and the mind crystal.
Yeah, putting them all in the pack. The robe. Well, what we can for the value of it in the haversack can disappear. But the one bottle of perfume, he kind of puts it in his little pouch there to use.
Sure.
Aw.
You never know about Ulmor. He's got a sense of time.
Kind of
Now,
odd
let's go
fellow.
kill some shit.
He's kind of an odd fellow. So the only place you haven't gone really yet is to the south. But before we get to the south, we do have an ad break coming up here in just a few short moments. So those watching, go ahead and stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, replenish your beverages, and all of that. And we'll see you on the other side of the ad break. So stick around. We'll be back in a few. All right, we're back on the side of the ad break. The characters are getting ready to head south in Elithanok to find the other two rifts into the far realm, to find the last two runes or activation runes that might be these novel creatures. As I've said, the easiest way to describe them is they look like tribbles from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Thank you for the alert, Tweet Elite. I think Tweet has his D&D game to go to on Sunday evenings. We'll probably run into their channel. They do a live game, live D&D game on Sunday evenings as well.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
Let's go.
Once more into the breach.
Moving down there, the first thing you notice, Felix, with your manifest mind, is that there's a door to the east and west, as well as the hallway continues down to the south, and it appears to go a little bit to the west, down below as well.
Check these or continue.
Oh boy.
No door unopened, right? So let's check one of these.
Correct.
Check these first.
Okay. Check away.
You want to send
Which
your
way?
manifest mind on down the hall, or do you want to check the doors first?
Yeah, I'll send the manifest mind down the hall just so I can see
There's another
that
door.
there's another door.
Yes. So there's one door to your east side, which is Hannibal's in front of, and there's two doors to the west, one directly west of Ulmor, and one to the southwest by the manifest mind.
Come on, Ulmor.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. I'll listen at the one I'm at. Oh, sorry.
Too late.
Oh, you open the door.
I'll listen at this one.
A little too late. It's already been opened. Go ahead and open the door.
You open the door, and
I was trying to do the clicky circle.
As you open the door, you see that shelves and benches contain a mess of jars, powders, beakers, and other laboratory equipment. 5-foot wide rift of green and silver energy you can hear, very similar to what you heard in the northern room, coming from the south. However, tall goblin stands in the middle of the room, shouting in goblin at three shorter companions. As the door opens, the creatures look to the door, and fighting does begin. So everyone select your token, and please roll initiative.
We'll go this way.
You recognize the types of creatures that they are. You've seen them multiple times and fought many of them. They are the Psy Brawlers and the Psy Commander that you fought around Phandelver when you had returned from Wave Echo Cave and all of the mines that you restored.
oh yes. Mm-hmm.
Which you should be due for some money when you return next to Phandelver, if you make it back.
Oh, great.
And the first to react, Ulmor, as Hannibal opens the door, says, "Should we listen to it?" and actually leans on it and opens the door. You see the creatures beyond. Keep in mind, it does not cost movement. We are using the 2024 rules. It does not cost movement to move through your companions.
Okay. I guess talking is out of the question, Hannibal. Excuse me. As I go through and I go ahead and step up to the first one and rage,
Okay.
swinging the spider staff. Not even asking any questions. knowing these guys are usually not very nice.
Oh, you already know that, yes. Oh, that will crit.
Yeah.
And I don't believe they have any resistance to the poison or anything of that nature. They do not. Again, this is what these side brawlers look like.
Not very nice. I remember. Ulmor remembers.
Wow, so that's
doesn't like
12, 14, 8, 20 points for the first hit. Oof. You do
Swing
recall
away.
that they have that ability to, like, you do recall that they do have the mental burst when they die and all of that. So remember that. It's
Gotcha.
Attack 2 hits.
Yes.
Or 9, 10, 11.
Mm-hmm.
That creature dies. When it dies, mental burst goes off. Please give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Nail this one.
Oh, damage is already in there.
Okay.
You're good.
Oh, nice.
DC
Go
was
Ulmor.
13. You were able to fend off. You're not sure if it's from the juice of Safu, the juice from the statue, or sorry, there's a Dune reference there, or what? But you were able to fight off the psychic damage from the middle burst. Anything else for Ulmor? That was your 2 attacks. Any further movement?
Yes, I'll go ahead and move on in all the way to here.
Into the middle of the brawl. Oh no!
Right up in.
You see a big guy down here, Ulmor. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. The brawlers are up. The first thing that the brawler in front of you is going to do, each one of them are going to use a bonus action on you, Ulmor.
Okay.
We'll do one at a time first. So the one to the southwest of you, Ulmor, first is going to attempt to telekinetically shove you to the ground, knocking you prone. So give me a DC 13 strength save. You have advantage because you are raging, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Nice. All right, so you're not prone for its attacks, but it will take its multi-attack option and use 2 unarmed strikes. AC of 20.
That hits.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's only going to be 3 bludgeoning since you are raging, and 1 psychic since you've taken the psychic resistance water statue.
Okay.
So a total of 4 points, I believe.
Yes.
Its second attack is going to miss. The next side brawler will use its telekinetic shove. Yet again, please give me a strength saving throw. That one will save as well. Nice. Missing with a 12 and missing with a 12. The side brawlers to finish up. Shaelrin is up next. 5, 10, 15, 20. She is going to, I believe, cast a spell. I believe she's going to cast one of her Twilight Domain spells. She is indeed going to cast Fairy Fire, centered right here, affecting the brawlers and the Psy Commander. Her DC save is 16, so they need to make a dexterity saving throw. So we'll attempt the brawlers in front of Ulmor first. That one will save. The one just south of Ulmor will fail. Her fairy fire is also violet. And then the Psy Commander attempting its saving throw. It will save. So the one just south of Ulmor is enveloped in the violet fairy fire from Shae.
Okay.
She's then going to move back through Hannibal. The concentration on her. And Phelix, you are up.
All right. I'm going to move in, so it's 5, 10, 15. We'll come down here for 20.
Plenty of things for your chromatic orb to jump to.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll cast it at, let's go 3rd level. So we'll start with the commander.
Okay. You do recall that the commanders have side blades and side shields and stuff like that.
All right, so that's a 13.
AC of 13 will miss.
All right, can I use my inspiration to re-roll?
Can use inspiration to reroll if you wish.
All right, gonna do that. And another 13. It's the same exact roll.
Creepy.
All right.
That's odd.
Creepy.
That means it bounces,
Exactly
right?
the same.
Anything else for Phelix?
That was 20 feet of movement. I'm going to move another 5 feet to here and leave it at that.
All right.
Squeeze in between the table and the wall.
Not a problem. We're actually going to give you a little bit. Actually, we would give you cover, but the Psy Commander is going to come over here. And the first thing the Psy Commander is going to do is going to go ahead and make 3 Psychic Blade attacks.
All right.
At Phelix. AC of 7 will miss. AC of 14 will miss. AC of 23. I think even with shield, that's going to hit you, correct? Because you can go to
Yep.
22 with
with
shield.
shield.
So 5 psychic.
It's resistance, so.
Well, yeah, it was 10 psychic, but it's resistance, so 5.
Oh, okay.
And you must subtract 4 from your next attack roll or saving throw you make before the end of the goblin's next turn.
Okay.
Hannibal, round to you. I don't think, he might have a bonus action. Let me see. That should be a bonus action, not a reaction, but okay. Hannibal, you're up.
I move to here. I kick off a Breath of the Dragon. Straight line.
Yes.
I'm thinking lightning again.
Okay.
Have this shortcutted too. So, dex save. DC 16. 2
One
martial
right
arts die.
in front of you first.
Nice.
We'll make the save. Taking 6. The next one. Make the save, taking 6 damage.
Beautiful.
You also recall now, after you've breathed your dragon breath, that they are very dexterous.
Yeah, I guess. All right, I'm going to pop up to here. I'm going to swing Hugh at this one for my second attack.
And that will hit. The one to the south, the one to the south, the one with advantage. The one that has the fairy fire.
The one to the south.
Gotcha. Okay. 7 slashing.
I want to make that a stunning strike.
Con save DC 16.
Con save 16.
Fail, I believe. I don't think they have magic resistance. They do not.
Excellent.
And their mental fortitude, which you know they have, does not work for stun. So it is successfully stunned until the beginning of your next turn.
Excellent. And then I will burn some focus points. Dropped one for the stunning strike. Drop another onto a flurry of blows on the prone or the fairy fired.
Keep in mind you also have advantage on the one to the south of you now that it's stunned.
Good point.
And you are
I'll keep beating on the one I've been beating on it.
Yeah, I was going to say
myself.
The fairy fire is going to last as long as Shae concentrating for up to a minute. This guy's only going to be stunned until the start of your next turn. 24 will hit.
Sweet.
Nice.
And
23 will hit.
Still up. Okay.
1 pixel of health. 1 pixel of health. Top of the round, Ulmor.
Just swinging away. Gonna go ahead and swing at this guy first.
11 will miss.
Not liking that one. And decides to go ahead and swing at this guy.
Okay. Crit will hit because he is stunned.
Okay, that's right. All right, right. Okay.
Describe with your crit the stunned goblin with 1 hit point remaining. Describe what happens as your spider staff hits it.
Okay, well, he comes in missing the first one, and then he comes in with an uppercut and hits him right up under the chin to try to basically knock his block off and dislodge his.
As you knock it up, you see his shoulders go limp as it floats up into the air and just slams onto the ground dead.
Bam. All right.
Any movement for Ulmor?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go all the way around here and have my eye on this guy over here and intern.
Luckily, Hannibal, you are wearing your brown trousers.
Yes.
The brawlers are up. This one is not stunned, but it is still affected by the fairy fire. It is going to use a bonus action to disengage. Going to gang up on the wizard.
Hold on 1 sec.
Sure.
So I can sentinel it, right? Takes the disengage action. That guardian paragraph.
Oh, yes. Immediately after it takes 5 feet, it takes disengage. Yep.
All right. Well, hew it with advantage because of fire.
Because it is fairy fired? Yes, that will hit.
And it's dead.
Unfortunately, it is not.
Damn it. All right, well, at least I got to use my sentinel. I moved over to Ulmor so I could get it off him, and he moved away.
Mm-hmm.
But its speed is reduced to 0 when you hit it. So
no, it's only a halt. Oh, yeah, that's right. Halt. So when you hit it with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0. Yes, so you will stop it when it gets to right there.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Let's see here. Well, hold on a second. Let me see here. It might not move. Let me see. Might actually have to stay where it's at. Let me see. Immediately after a creature and fighter team takes a disengage action or hits a target other than you, opportunity attack. So it took the disengage action before it can even move. You can make the attack action and then halt. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0, so it cannot move. So you did say, go ahead and take back your heroic inspiration if you have it. If you don't have it, do you have it? You have a little inspiration box filled on your character sheet. Hannibal.
Yeah.
You do have inspiration?
Yes.
You can give it away to
I'll click
somebody.
it off and on.
You can give it to someone that doesn't have it then.
Who's used it?
Ulmor has.
I used mine.
Felix has
Ulmor
used
has.
his. Yeah, either or.
Even Phelix, odd Ulmor.
Felix.
All right.
Gain heroic inspiration from Hannibal.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
So since you did do that, Hannibal, on the creature, it's going to go ahead and use its multi-attack on you.
Cool.
AC of 16 will miss. AC of 21.
We'll hit.
So 6 bludgeoning and only 2 psychic since you have the resistance. Keep in mind that will come off of your temp hit points first. All right, that is the only brawler still up. Sharon is up now. She's just going to step into the doorway. Actually, she's going to step inside. Actually, she really does not like that Felix is down there by themselves. So Sharon's going to come down here. She is going to use... It's not wounded yet. She's going to swing Lightbringer. And she misses horribly. Felix, you're up.
Did she lose her spiritual weapon?
Oh, yeah, that was... you spent way more than 10 minutes exploring the room up to the north. Yeah.
Roger. Okay.
That kind of messes up what I was going to do, actually. Oh, well. I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that.
Best hit for 1 hit point ever. That's true, Don.
I was like, what?
Really?
Just that.
Shoot.
Were you going to blast it with something that'll now hit Shae?
I was going to push it and then move away. But, yeah. I can't push it that way, and that's still going to be disadvantage. And shoot, Mind Sliver. I'm going to use Mind Sliver on the commander.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yeah, on the commander. Oh. It's a DC 17 intelligence save.
Yes, one moment.
Yep.
Gonna kill it for sure.
1d4.
It will fail its save. It does not have magic resistance. However, you do note that it is resistant to the psychic damage.
All right. And then the...
It's also minus D4 to its next save, right?
Right. D4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the next improvement. The condition marker searching.
Well, I do have them all alphabetized. The only one that's not
Yeah.
alphabetized is Dragon's Breath. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to click on that and then have a search bar pop up and you can search that. That would be really cool. Anything else for Phelix?
Nope.
All right, the Psy Commander is up. It is going to use the Synaptic Rend. Centered right here. To hit all of you, including the side brawler over there. So everyone gives me a DC 13 intelligence saving throw.
Got this. Ooh.
Yeah, you do.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. She made an intelligence save as well. So everyone makes the save. So you will all take, it was 17 psychic, so that would be down to 8 psychic. If you are resistant, that is also only 4 psychic damage. And no one is incapacitated.
Awesome.
Again, take that off of your temporary hit points. You still have them. And he's kind
Did
of like,
you save for the goblin?
oh yes, I'm going to attempt to save for the goblin. It's still got resistance as well. Intelligence save. It makes the save, so 8-4. All right. That brings us around to Hannibal.
Yep.
And indeed, Hannibal and Ulmor, you both see these slabs on the ground, and you do see another far realm rift just beyond to the south. See that?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Point to Ulmor and I say, hey, what's that? And then I whack this guy that's glowing with my hue.
Okay. Oh, wait. That might not be glowing. Give me 1 second. It's still going to hit. It's going to kill it, but I'm going to... Actually, it won't matter. It's still going to hit it.
Okay. I'll skirt up to here and say, hey, buddy.
Forgot to make her a concentration check. She took the damage, but she'll drop concentration.
No.
Second attack with you.
Yep, attack with hue on the commander.
22 will hit.
Oh, I assumed it would hit, sorry. I'm going to try to stunning strike that one.
Attempting its con save.
16. Yeah.
It is stunned.
Nice. Well, in that case, since everyone else is going to... Oh, let me drop my key point for that. Or, sorry, focus point.
Good call, good call.
You know what? I'm just going to punch it once. As a bonus action.
That will hit.
I'll let everyone else take advantage of the stunned, try to knock it out.
All right, Ulmor.
Tick-tock, Ulmor.
He runs over, swings the spider staff recklessly.
Well, you don't have to deal reckless. You do have advantage.
He's advantage. He swings it unrecklessly, but swings it reckless. He tries to hit it as hard as he can.
Nice. For 12. Attack number 2. Crits.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
For 9, 12 again.
Okay. In turn. Yep.
All right, Shaelrin is up. She is going to swing Lightbringer with advantage. Hitting.
Nice.
Go Sharon.
4 points of damage. Felix,
Uh,
you can
I'm gonna
step
pull
back.
out my
You can
dagger and
step back.
stab it.
Okay, fair enough. Stabby, stabby with advantage.
Oh,
25 for 4 damage.
piercing.
Man.
And then I'm going to move away.
All right. This stunned cannot take opportunity attacks. It is stunned until the beginning of Hannibal's next turn. Hannibal, it is your turn. It is no longer stunned.
Okay, I'm going to hew down on it. Tell it welcome back.
Oh,
Oh, wait. It also does lose the Mind Sliver. A crit will hit, killing the creature. Taking you out of combat.
You'll have to get Felix a nasty magical dagger.
Nice.
He's going in for hits like that.
Right?
All right, I'll check out this desk right in front of me.
Hannibal checking that one. Ulmor will come up here, look in this little room.
Ooh.
Looking about, you see that the room itself does appear to have once been a laboratory, but pretty much anything that would have been important has been removed from this laboratory, most likely to allow the psionic goblins to rest here and have this as a place for them to stay.
Ew. Well, I'll get out of there. Anything else of interest on the tables or
Nothing.
these slabs?
Broken beakers, things of that nature, nothing of value. It looks as even if the goblins might have even ransacked the room trying to see if there was anything of value here, but there's not.
Aw.
Okay.
But
All
you
right.
do indeed see a far realm rift to the south.
Do you guys want to go in there now or keep looking?
You want to hit the rift or want to check out the other 2 rooms?
I don't know. Let's ask Shelrin. Shelrin, what do you think? We've been traveling around. Do you need a rest? Do we need a rest?
I trust you all for the most part. And she looks over to Felix. You've made great decisions so far. And she looks over to Felix.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's good to have lots of companions of intelligence and like mind.
Of course. Intellectual fortress you are, Ulmor.
Everyone good with no one needs a rest or anything?
I think we're okay.
I mean, you did have a long rest before you entered into the labyrinth.
All right. Well, I guess nothing to it but to do it, as they say.
Let's do it.
She would point out one thing before you head into the rift.
Oh.
Being that we don't know what's on the other side of the rift, it might behoove you to explore and try to find the third rift and then decide whether you need to rest before entering in. As Felix always says, it's best to check out everything in one area before continuing on to another.
Well,
and she again looks to Felix and smiles.
Let's take Felix's advice. Shelrin's suggestion.
You want to lead the way, Felix, or you want us to?
Go ahead.
Yay. Come on, Ulmor.
Let's go.
I will listen at this door before I misclick the
Don't
door to my
open.
west. To my left.
Don't open the door, Hannibal.
Lefteth.
All
We
right, give me
still
a
have.
perception check, please.
Yep.
What do you hear?
My roll 20 just froze up, so give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go to the text screen real quick. We'll be right back. All right, things are fixed. We have our perception check. You hear a low thrumming on the other side of the door, Hannibal.
All right, I'll let them know. More of that thrumming.
Thrumming. Oh, what happened last time when we were thrumming? It wasn't a good thrumming.
No.
What'd they do? Weren't they trying to sling daggers off of spheres from another realm at our eyes? Oh, wait, no, that was a dream I had. Anyway, yeah, thrumming. Okay. Knock on the door and ask them to cut it out. We're trying to sleep.
I will poke my head in the door as sneakily as I can.
Oh, okay. That'll work too.
Opening the door, the first thing you note is that it's a massive iron orrery fills the center of this room as numerous arms spinning slowly as they hold up suns, planets, and comets. The chamber's west wall churns with a green and silver rift about 5 feet across, showing a corridor intersection beyond. Desiccated creatures, including mutated tadpoles, lie on the floor near the rift, where two hideous frog-like bipeds, one red and one blue, stand. As the door opens, looking into the room, their heads turn towards the door and says, "Leave if you value your lives. This is our territory. Shall not enter."
Ooh. Well, and we see the rift over there. I'm looking through. You see the rift over there on the other side?
If you can see it with your vision, you should be able to.
And okay, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
You see the blue creature. I can show you what they look like. Give me 1 second.
okay. Yep, I can see some of it.
Not scary at all.
That's the
Oh,
blue
no.
one that you see.
Nice claws.
And then there is the red one that you see as well.
Ooh, blue salad and red salad.
Yep, Hannibal, I think these guys are serious. They're just itching for a fight. We should probably go in.
They do not move to engage you. As they've said, leave, or it will be your lives.
Felix or Shallow, you want to try to sweet talk our way in here, or should I let Hugh do the talking?
Sharon
We
looks
need
to
that
you.
rift behind.
She looks to you with a little bit of worry in her eyes that you can get with your passive insight. And her eyes fall upon Ulmor, knowing that he has the highest charisma of the group. He's got the riz. No one else really does.
Okay.
But your wisdom was way too low to notice this, Ulmor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, does he notice anything that's going on? Does he?
No, not with your
Okay.
I
pass.
pick up on Shaoran.
Huh?
Do I pick up on her reaction?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You pick it up. Actually,
All right.
my fault, Ulmor. I forgot you do have a pass of 17. You do see that Sherwin does seem to be worried a little bit.
Worried.
Yeah, these guys are itching for a fight. They are talking to us, though. Should I chat them up before I shut
Go
the
ahead,
door?
Ulmor.
Go ahead.
Everyone, beforehand, go ahead. Give me either an Arcana or a History check.
Okay.
+0 or +0?
Which one?
I did just as good as the nerd.
Ulmor, you do have an idea, not a whole bunch of like what their abilities are, but you know that these creatures are aberrations from all different types of the outer planes. Most likely, some might even originate from the far realm. They are known as Slod.
Okay.
They are very resistant to magic. And are very formidable in combat.
Okay, so I say these guys are tough.
You want to exchange places with Hannibal? You guys can. Feel free.
Okay. I'll say these guys are tough. Just let me talk to them for a moment. See what's up. I don't want to fight these guys. Okay, Vlad and Slod. Sorry, you're both of you guys. You seem like you're really tough, but we're just trying to find our way through. Is there anything we can do to help? We're trying to get to those rift doors, and we've only, you see, you've got one on the other side. Is there any way we can help you?
That is our home. That is where we came from. We claim this area, this contraption, as our territory.
Oh, okay. Well, no worries. Not trying to step on your territory. Not trying to bother you.
Do not contest our claim, or we shall kill you.
No worries. We do not choose that. We only are trying to figure out what has happened with the Illithids through these portals. Lots of things. We have a lot of our people are missing, and we do not want to contest your claim. We do not want to trespass at all. But we would like to go through and check out the other area on the other side. But you say it's your home. Is there any way we can persuade you to buy passage through? Like I said, is there any way that we could help you?
They kind of look to one another and glance back to you, and you can see their wide grins become very, very large. And they look to the tadpoles on the ground around the entrance to the rift. Of course, they say, and they look to you. You see their beady eyes kind of gleam as they say this. Become bearers for our offspring.
Well, that we may be able to help you with that, but at first, I would like to know how would we carry them? They seem to be quite fragile. I wouldn't want to hurt them.
You would insert them into your body.
Oh, I tried that once. It didn't work out very well. No, I don't think I would be able to do that. Maybe there's another solution, another way. And I kind of look back over my shoulder at Shelrin and Hannibal and Phelix, and I'm like, oh boy. So I look back. Well, how long would they stay there?
Until they are ready to burst forth, as it were.
Oh yeah, that's what happened last time. But it's not one of those guys. Anyway, long story short, I would just like to say is there any other way we can help you? We really need to get through that rift door.
That is not our problem.
Well, understood. Our problem is not your problem, and your problem is not our problem. So, coming to an agreement besides carrying your offspring, I don't think that I would be able to accommodate that. Last time I did it, I had a really bad stomach ache for days. Is there anything else we can help you with? We've got some brandy here. Would you guys like a little snort? It's the finest brandy in the area.
I tire of this. Leave now. We'll face our wrath.
Okay. And I shut the door.
Okay.
And I walk away. I was like, whew, those guys are some tough motherfuckers.
And you see Sharon's eyes are terrified.
Yeah.
It's like she's actually clutching at her holy symbol.
Yeah. We don't want to get those guys to insert those tadpoles in our bodies. That is not good.
Sharon
That sounds
shakes
horrible.
her head vigorously back and forth. No.
That didn't sound good at all. I was just talking about a bad bit of meat I ate once, but they were serious about it. Shit. I don't know. We got to get through there somehow or another.
Right.
Maybe we could get some help or figure out something else. Maybe we should just look elsewhere for now. These guys are very serious about their little orbs and things and guarding that door to their home.
They did mention that they did come from that rift.
Yeah. So maybe later. But
yeah. So do we know where if that other door was going into that room, or we couldn't really see in there? So.
Oh yeah, there was a large, planets, lots of circles and spheres,
An orrery.
and then across there. What?
An orrery.
An orrery.
Yeah.
It was this. Okay, so yeah, there was a door that looked like it was going. Like what we did.
So there was another rift in there. Yeah, I could see that. But the door that's to the south there, do we know if that door was in there or led into the same room or no?
Not from what Ulmor saw, no.
I never could see that far.
All right.
I can only see.
Do we want to check out that door first and then come through this portal that we already know is here? And then deal with the slod afterwards?
Might not be a bad idea.
Sound good?
Shaman starts to move south with the Ulmor.
Cut off Shae. Oh. There she is.
Oh, here's the door. I'll listen to that door.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Don't click on it.
You don't hear anything on the other side.
Okay. All quiet. I'll open the door and look.
Okay.
I'll try to open the door.
Sure.
There we go.
Rounded shelves in this room display dozens of crystals in a variety of colors.
Oh, crystals. I'll walk in.
Pardon me. Yeah, looking around, you see that there is a number of crystals all throughout the room. Various colors of them as well.
I'll just kind of whisper back. Room full of crystals.
Shaman will step into the room as well. Oh, there's a door here, Phelix. She points to the north.
Mind crystals?
She points to the northern alcove. Surely it leads into the room with the slot.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Looking around the room, again, you see hundreds of crystals.
Hundreds of crystals. I don't know. Yeah. These all look very nice crystals.
Give me an Arcana check if you wish, Ulmor. You are Jack of all trades.
Yes. And Master of None.
Not so much with that natural one. But yeah, they don't even look really valuable.
Can I pull out the wand of magic detection and use that to cast detect magic?
You sure can.
All right, I will do so.
They all
Take a look around the room.
They all seem to radiate a slight bit of magic, but one in particular does give off the same magic that your other mind crystals do. Only one of them.
All right, I'll take a look at that one in particular.
And with your passive arcana, it is a heightened mind crystal. The heightened ability, just like the other mind crystals, you can use them to augment magical spells that you cast. This one, choose one creature affected by the spell. That creature has a disadvantage on the first saving throw it makes against the spell. But if you'd all like to give me a study check, an investigation, history, or arcana looking at the crystals, you might be able to find out some information. Ooh, nice, Phelix. No one else even has to make the check, but Ulmor, you have an idea of what Phelix is talking about when you are able to relay this information to Phelix. This seems to be some sort of psychic library. The crystals in this room, the dozens of crystals here in the room, perhaps maybe up to 100 of them, all have some sort of, or probably a repository of knowledge that the Mind Flayers would, very similar to how you saw the Alhoun putting the maps into the crystals up in that chamber. These crystals, when you hold them, would probably give off some sort of information, whether it be some sort of vision or memory from history. And with that, you do also note that there are 3 of them that look much newer than the others. A lot of the other ones have dust on them and stuff like that, and seems like they might have been here for years, if not centuries. But there does appear to be 3 newer ones.
I think.
And we will find out what they are on the other side of the ad break, because we do have an ad break coming up here. So go ahead and stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, replenish your beverages, and we'll see you on the other side of the ad break. So stick around. We'll be back in a few. All right, we're back on this side of the ad break. The characters find themselves in a psychic library, a repository of knowledge that the mind flayers from Belithanok in ages past, as well as 3 newer crystals. You note that there are actually 40 intact crystals. Many of the other ones are broken or scarred in some way as you're examining them, looking through them to determine what they might have. You're easily able to intuit, Felix, that you would take a crystal and hold it. It would take a few moments probably to impart the knowledge of the psychic image. It would probably be in the form of images that you would see from a memory and such like that that were imparted to the crystals themselves. There are, like I said, there are 3 newer ones that are devoid of dust and such like that in the passage of time. There are some older ones as well. But you might be able to get some information. It does seem as if, too, where they're sitting on these tables, seem to almost be charging stations. That once a crystal has imparted its knowledge, it does need to be replaced back onto the shelf, put back onto the shelf to recharge it, to be able to, for its information to be used once again. You do feel that Gwen would be ecstatic to find any of these things.
All right. So start with the 3 clean ones,
Okay.
and then maybe we'll come back later for some of these older ones. Or
Okay.
so they have to. They kind of have to. You feel like they have to stay in here to keep the charge, or
yeah, to be recharged.
Oh, so we'd be able to take them with us.
Yeah, the ones that are already charged, you could take them with them. You'd have to bring them back here to be recharged.
Okay.
But they would impart their knowledge and then lose their charge and have to be brought back here to recharge to impart the knowledge again.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so who would like to take the first crystal? You're looking at the 3 newer ones first, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'll take the first one.
Okay. As you pick it up, you see the rest of you, as Felix picks up the first crystal, it appears to be some sort of perhaps greenish emerald, very similar to the stone you saw inside the tomb of the worshippers of Dumathoin, the crypts of the Talhund. Very similar in color. But as you pick it up, it takes a few minutes, you see Felix kind of grip onto it as he kind of goes tense for a moment. And Felix, in your mind, you see a mind flayer holding a disembodied head that chants over a large pool filled with pink, quivering, gelatinous mass, which you recognize as the brine pool in which the elder brain, the desiccated elder brain that you defeated in that room. Mm-hmm. You see 2 other mind flayers are nearby, but their features are unclear. And a strange, jagged portal appears behind the trio, and then it disappears. You can see that the mind flayer is visibly frustrated by this result. And in your mind, you note that it telepathically and kind of intones, "We will try again. In Ilvash's name, we will keep trying." And after about 10 seconds, the rest of you see kind of Felix kind of relax and open his eyes. And the room again around you comes into view, Felix.
All right. I will relay what I saw.
Wow. That from just holding a crystal? Well, I want to hold one. And Ulmor will grab one and pick it up.
Do you grab one of the 3 newer ones or just one in general?
He just grabbed one off the table.
All right, give me a D20, please.
He just grabs a crystal. He doesn't know.
You see a vision of Gibbet Crossing, the area where you found the tower that was collapsed. Mm-hmm. And a number of Durgar and Drow stand behind barricades and you see a number of mind flayers entering into the area of Gibbet's Crossing and using sonic blasts and levitation and telekinesis break apart the barricades as they pull, using their sonic abilities, the drow and the Duergar to them and lashing onto them with their tentacles and begin consuming their brains. And the memory fades.
Damn, man, I throw the crystal back on the table. Screw that. I tell them what happened about the mind flayers eating their brains and the battle that was ensuing. So did he pick up one of the a random?
Yes.
Random one.
A random one.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We got 2 more good ones.
Yes, our 2 newer ones.
I'll be the next one. I'll grab a new one.
Okay. You see a mind flayer with tentacles at the ends of its arms. Lashes a hand tentacle across the face of a shriveled mind flayer with a single staring eye drawing blood. Several strange pods line the walls. Where you remember where you fought the creatures, the Nothics that were transformed, that had the tentacles beneath their single eye. That chamber, you recognize that chamber where they had the pods that were connected to the Elder Brain.
Yep.
And you see a mental message ring out as the mind flayer with the arms lashes as tentacles instead, which you recognize as Hashutu from the chamber that you were just in with the perfumed bath and all the perfumes and such. And it says to the mind flayer that it has in its grip, "You will obey. The far realm shall consume what mind you have left, weakling."
Ooh.
I'll relay that to them and put the crystal down. Yes, Shalrin, you're up. That's the.
Maybe fingers. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, what now?
Maybe not the players, but maybe the characters. Sharon looks to the rest of you and she whispers an elvish curse under her breath and says, "I do not wish to stare into that darkness of madness." Phelix would be the most suited to examining this.
Yeah,
Don't blame
I'll
me a
take
bit.
the last
No offense,
clean
Ulmor.
one.
She says, "No offense, Ulmor, but I think mentally and the intellect fortress that would be around Felix's mind would be more suited to withstand the rigors, especially with the crown."
What? I don't take offense. No.
Well,
I just don't want to look at that thing again.
She does look to you and say, "Well, you did build that wonderful fence in Phandelver, though."
You got a point there. They appreciate that. Where are the heroes of Phandelver? We can look at all the fences.
And she kind of steps back away from the crystals.
Phelix.
All right, I'll take that last clean one
Okay.
and take a look.
As you do, again, tensing up as the mental images start to flood your mind, you see Beholder float into a room with stained surgical slabs, which you recall was the room that you entered right before you entered the first rift. And you see the Beholder address a mind flayer on a rust-colored floating disc. The mind flayer raises its hand. The Beholder shudders, its eye stalks writhing. And the Beholder telepathically squeals, I will serve! I will serve! And you see the eye stalks shrink and shrivel as the eyes on the end of the stalks become absorbed into the body. Then the mass of the beholder itself and its central eye begin to warp. The skin starts to bubble as you see all the eye stalks disappear, and you see the creature known as Golkus become formed as an oculor.
All right, I will relay that. And
Oh. Well, hey, sounds like that thing we killed earlier. All the eyes. Oh,
Yep.
poor thing. Now I feel sorry for it. No, not really. No, not really.
But you spend a few more moments sifting through some of the other gems. You see a number of different of the repository crystals showing scenes from different areas in Gibbet Crossing and the war where the mind flayers of Elithanok had attacked it centuries ago. You see areas near the pool in there in Gibbet Crossing, deep domes being destroyed by mind flayers. All of those, the traders, some of their stalls just being massively wiped out as mind flayers enter with Nothic servants and other aberrations just wreak havoc throughout there. You do note a couple other scenes that do play out. You see one where a mind flayer wearing a scarlet robe with a high collar directs a battle in a long descending hall lined with dwarven statues. You immediately recall it after whoever it is that sees that scene. Ulmor specifically remembers the hall of the dwarven crypts that you encountered where there was no far realm activity in the crypt of Talhund.
Mm-hmm.
And they fight fiercely against the dwarven followers of Dumathoin there, with the dwarves ultimately failing. And then you see the other scene you denote is that 3 mind flayers sort through a bin of gems near a stone table. One selects a gem that contains this memory. And you note that the room around is the crypt of the Talhund as well.
Well, Omar is just amazed by these crystals, and he looks at everyone. He says, which one should we take with us? I like to watch these moving pictures again.
I think we have to leave them here to recharge before we can take any of them with us.
Oh, that's too bad.
Can always come back for them when we're done.
It is concerning about Gibbet's Crossing.
Many of the crystals.
That's all past, that's all.
Yeah. I was going to say, many of the crystals did depict the memory, basically the retelling of the taking of Gibbet's Crossing centuries ago.
Yes.
You could still feel
A lot
that.
has happened there. And Ulmor will start talking about the hallway of the dwarven statues and what he can remember from that, and how he thinks that it could have played a part in the way he felt and the spirits that were there. And
you do actually recall that was the area of the honored dead.
The honored dead.
Yeah,
yes.
You remember seeing the room as a hallway to the north with 2 rows of standing sarcophagi. And the sarcophagi, each lid of the sarcophagus, each sarcophagus lid bared that of a resting priest of Dumathoin.
Right. Yeah, I think Ulmor actually did something to kind of revere. I can't remember what he did. He did something to, as the fallen warriors, as a somewhat of respect.
And you do recall that there was a golem that
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
protected that area, and that area did not have any far realm influence because the mind flayers were not able to breach past the golem. That is also where you received your benefit of the blessing of Doomthoin.
Blessing of Doomthoin. Yep. Yeah, that's it's a pretty nice blessing too. What is it? It all has. Oh,
First thing for a minute.
Huh?
Blessing of Doomthoin.
Yeah. Thank you. There you go.
You can see you have dark vision.
Yeah.
Which gave Phelix dark vision. If you already had dark vision, you can actually see in color instead of shades of gray.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
yeah.
you can actually use it to gain true sight for 1 minute, which I think only Phelix has done so far once. I might be mistaken, but I think Phelix had done it. And once you gain true sight in this way, you can't do it again until you finish a long rest.
And I don't remember what all true sight is. It like to see true sight? You can see through illusions. Trying to remember how that works.
Pretty much everything with true sight.
Okay.
Illusions, invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
True forms of shapeshifters, if I'm recalling correctly.
I'm looking in the compendium. It's not in there. Maybe it's 2 words.
See normal magical darkness, see invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions, automatically see on saving throws against them, perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature transformed by magic, and you can see into the ethereal plane with the same range.
Oh, wow. We should use this more often. Okay.
Now again, that's not the true seeing spell. That's actually the trait true sight.
Yes. Okay. Well, Ulmor's a little disappointed that we're not taking these crystals with us. And
We'll be back for him, buddy.
he likes the idea of being able to see things just by in the crystal without actually being magical.
Yeah.
Or doing magic, I should say. Yeah. So I guess we should go. Do you guys want to have any more? We've looked at everything, right?
What about our friends to the north? Sharon says.
Oh, yes. Well, I figured that we just go ahead and either, kick their ass and go through the portal, or just kick their ass and then take their place and, just use it. So let's go. And I open the door and I say, hey, how's it going in there, guys?
Leave. I will not contest our claim.
Fuck your claim. Let's go. And he pulls out his staff and his shield, and Ulmor steps into the doorway.
All right. Go ahead and please, everyone, select your token and roll initiative.
I start taking a long rest. No.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah, because the whole time that we were looking at these crystals and doing all this stuff, Ulmor was very nice to them and talking to them up there, but Ulmor doesn't like to back down from a challenge, and they said that they were going to kill him, so he decided, no, I'm going to come in there and fight you. And
the red slot and Sharon did not expect this at all with their initiative rolls.
Nice.
Hannibal, Phelix, Slod, Ulmor, Sharon, red slot. Hannibal, you see Ulmor set in his ways, burst through the door, hefting out his spider staff and his shield. You're the first to act.
All right, buddy, here we go. 10, 15, 20. Probably to here. I'm going to hew it.
I don't.
It's made of plants, right?
They are not. For an 18 will strike true.
Stunning strike. Drop the focus point.
Attempting his con save, DC 16.
Yep. Come on, monk shit. Okay.
It kind of looks to you, its hulking form kind of grins as you strike it, and it turns back to look right at you.
Alrighty. I will hew it again.
That will miss.
Nice. And I will punch it once.
Okay. That will hit.
That will be my turn.
For 6 damage. Phelix. As all of this unfolds, you see Ulmor open the door, Hannibal rush through, and you, from your vantage point, should be able to see the red slot, I believe. Yes, you
I can, yes.
Yes.
Through Ulmer's legs, because that's the only way I could possibly see her.
One quick thing before it starts, I'm going to move back to its original position, so that's where it's at.
Remove my manifest mind into the room, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
As a bonus action. And I cast haste on Ulmor.
Nice.
And that's it.
All right.
I'm going to stand where I am.
The slot in front of Hannibal is now up. The first thing you note, Hannibal. The slice you took with Hugh begins to close. And it looks to you.
Ulmor, you see that?
Slobber from its mouth and drool, and it speaks in a language perhaps you can't understand, as it before was speaking telepathically with Ulmor, which basically in your head with telepathy it says, "My turn." And it will take its multi-attack action.
Nice.
Bite first.
Bye, Ulmor.
Missing horribly.
Poof.
Claw number 1, AC of 26.
Yeah, that just barely scratches in.
For 15 slashing. So all of your temporary hit points are gone, and then 4 regular damage. Then I need for you to give me a Constitution saving throw. Would you like to use your heroic inspiration?
Yes. Oh. Constitution. Ugh.
Unfortunately, you now have Chaos Phage. You cannot regain hit points. And your hit point maximum is reduced by 10. So your hit point maximum is now 92.
Okay. I don't see that.
Just jot it down on a note somewhere. Oh, I'm sorry, not yet. Every 24 hours, not yet. So you don't reduce it yet. But I'm just going to use the average there of 10. Then, of course, if you are reduced to 0, you will instantly transform into a red slot.
Okay.
Or if you have the ability to cast third level or higher spells, which I don't think you can, you become a green slot. And then that was its first claw. Its second claw, AC of 13 will miss.
Yeah.
Ulmor, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to throw up before he's thinking, oh, let's light him up, boys. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in the fairy fire.
Okay.
Right in the middle between the two guys.
Sure.
And attempt to light them up.
The blue
Then
slot.
bonus action, rage.
Okay, the blue slot does have magic resistance. It will attempt its dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Your DC is 14. It will succeed. Attempting the red slot, who also has magic resistance. Dexterity saving throw will succeed as well. Your fairy fire does not affect either one of them.
All right.
But you are now raging.
Rage. And I guess I have movement left. That's the only thing I can do.
You also have a single attack because you are hasted.
You are hasted, yes.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what the icon is for hasted here.
It's got like the little person like they're running fast.
Running man one somewhere.
It is alphabetized.
Oh, okay. H. E. C. Yeah. There he is. Okay. All right. Boom. So I'll come in and I'll definitely attack the one that is on Hannibal.
Okay. A AC of 16 will hit. It is not immune or resistant to your poison damage.
Okay.
It will take 14 points.
All right. And that's my one attack. So in turn.
All right, Shae is up. She's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 to here. She begins to cast a spell. And you see a wave of creatures all about her that begin to swarm around her in a 15-foot radius as she casts Spirit Guardians. Here is the Spirit Guardian spell. Put that up in chat for everyone. The creatures do appear as angelic. She's going to be doing, let's see here. When you cast a spell, you designate creatures to be unaffected by it. All of you are unaffected. Creatures are halved. Their speed is halved while they're in the emanation. Where the emanation enters a creature space for the first turn, and whatever creature enters the emanation or ends its turn there, they must make a wisdom save, taking 3d8 radiant. So when it appears, they have to make the save. So her saving throw is 16. It is a wisdom saving throw. Full Spirit Guardians over there. Attempt the wisdom saves for each one of the creatures. They do have, again, magic resistance. Ooh. Let's see what the damage is. 3d8 radiant. 10. Okay. Attempting the wisdom save for the other one. Fail as well for 10 radiant. And that is her action. She's going to hold put. The red slot is up at the beginning of the red slot's turn. You do note that the wounds on it begin to close, healing it back to full. It is going to move down here. It is going to take a multi-attack action as well. Going to bite once and 2 claws. 1 bite is going at Ulmor first, missing horribly.
Nice.
And then 2 claws going towards Shaelrin. Hitting the 23 for 4 piercing. She will take off of her temporary hit points first. Attempting a con save. First of all, before she makes the con save for the disease, she's got to make a constitution save for her Spirit Guardians. DC 10 has advantage because of Warcaster. She does make the save. So then she will have to attempt to save DC 14 or be infected by the disease, the Slod Egg. She does make the save. And then its second claw is going to go at Ulmor. AC of 20, Ulmor. You should have an AC of 20 now because of the haste. So that will hit.
Okay.
So 5 piercing because you are raging. And then give me a con save, please. Does anyone want to give Ulmor their heroic inspiration to roll that saving throw?
Mine's spent.
Yeah, I'll do it. I think I've still got one.
You do, because
All
it was given back to you by Ulmor.
Yep.
Go ahead and re-roll if you want to, Ulmor.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the DC is 14. You are infected with the disease. You are infected with the Slod Egg.
Oh, his worst nightmare.
Your stomach starts hurting.
Oh, it wasn't a bad bit of beef.
And that will bring us back to Hannibal. Top of the round.
All right. Not liking this much. I'm going to hew onto the blue.
Okay. $19 will hit.
19 hit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Second attack.
A 15 will hit on the number.
I'm going to try to stunning strike that one.
Okay.
Drop a focus point.
Con save. DC 16 saves.
All right, I have a question after my turn.
What is the end of
I'm
your
going
turn?
to punch it once.
Okay. A 14 will miss.
Nice. Sorting through my monk shit.
Uh-huh.
I don't trying to figure out when I actually got that. But I get all my focus points back when we roll initiative?
No, you can keep them because it's a feature. You can only use it again after you finish the long rest. So if you wanted to do that at the beginning of this initiative, you can.
All right. And I think I was at max hit points, so the hit point doesn't matter.
And that would have taken off of your temporary hit points anyway first.
Right. So I'm still, hit points are still good.
But other than what you expended this round, I think it was 2, actually just 1 for the stunning strike since you just took the 1 offhand attack.
Yep,
so
I'm going to actually, all right.
Yeah. So you'll be down just 1 focus point. You'll be at max, then -1 for the stunning strike.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Phelix, round to you.
I don't know. Fireball.
I would note that there is an orrery here that can be damaged by the fireball.
Okay. Well, I'm
Just want to point that out. Your decision is still your decision.
I don't have much else I can do. I mean, I do have chromatic orb. You know what? Yeah, I'll do chromatic
You
orb.
are high enough level. You've adventured enough. The chromatic orb might be better because you're rolling an attack roll, and they're not making a
Yeah.
save. They would have advantage on the save versus fireball because they do have magic resistance. You know this.
All right. I'm going to do chromatic orb. I'm going to cast it at level 4.
Okay.
Because upcasting makes it get better.
Are you going to throw from there, or are you going to move up one to throw?
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my manifest mind to here
Okay.
and throw from my mind.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage then.
17.
17 will hit the red slot.
All right. I said level 4.
What type of damage?
What do I get at level 4? Let's see if I have anything special. Wildfire, Storm Sphere, Conjure Mana, Ice Storm, Blight. Let's go with Necrotic.
Okay.
And submit.
Oh, shoot. I do have to make another save real quick for the red slot because it ended its turn. And her Spirit Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3d8 damage. Because the blue slot has not gone yet since she went. Okay, so that's taken care of there. And you're doing 18, 6, 4, 8. You got doubles, so we'll splash over. Wow, that's a nice amount of damage. Is 32 points of damage. Oof.
Yep. Now for the second slot.
Yep, for the spillover for the attack roll.
Bam. 14.
Will miss, unfortunately.
Moments. Darn it.
Any movement for Phelix?
No.
All right.
Felix is going to stay where he is.
Blue slot is up. Spirit Guardians is also. It's its turn there. It has not in its turn there, but at the end of its turn, if it does not move, it will have to attempt to save. It is going to attack Hannibal.
Hiya.
Beginning of its turn, it does regenerate 10 hit points.
Gross.
Bite for Hannibal. AC of 18, Hannibal. Misses.
19. Yay.
Claw. AC of 17 will miss. AC of 22 will hit. For 9 slashing off of your temporary hit points first, and then please give me another con save, DC 15.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oof.
I already have that.
Oh yeah,
Does it stack?
you do. No, it does not. You do already have that. Okay, so yep, you already diseased. I'll go ahead and put a green marker on you, if you would, please.
Okay.
That was its second claw attack. It is done. It's going to attempt its wisdom saving throw. It will fail, taking 3d8 radiant damage, 15 as well. Ooh, nice. Ulmor, you're up.
Attacking the blue one.
$15 will hit. for 12, 17 points.
And
Keep in mind you have 3 attacks because of haste. A crit. Nice.
oh yeah.
11, 13, 16, 17 points. And 3rd attack for haste. 23 will
Kill it.
hit. 7, 9, 11 points.
That would have been 3 crits if the fairy fire went through.
It's true. It would have been, yes.
Balls.
Monster is prone. Which monster would you like to have prone, Fingers? Yes, Zuma, you are right. And plus the fact that they have a shitty wisdom save is really helpful too. Fingers, which creature, the red slot or the blue slot, would you like for them to be prone?
Red, blue.
Flip a coin.
Blue. Fingers says blue. All right, the blue slot slipping on the blood on the floor.
It's squirting out of my neck.
Squirting out of Hannibal's neck. The creature does become prone. The blue slot is now prone. Anything else for Ulmor?
Yeah, I want to do bonus action. Wait, are both prone?
No,
Just only this one.
The blue one is prone, yes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to shield bash this one prone.
Okay, it's got to make a dexterity saving throw. Your dexterity save is 16. I'm sorry, it's got to make a strength save. Dexterity 16. This is not magic, so it does not get its magic resistance. But it does make a save of 20.
Okay. And turn.
All right. Red is blinded. The red slod kind of dodges aside from Ulmer's swing with your shield bash. However, the edge of your shield clips its eye,
Oh, nice.
and the creature is going to be blinded until the end of its
Wicked.
turn. Oops.
Very cool.
All right, that gives Shelrin advantage on the creature.
Yeah.
And it's blinded, so it is not going to be able to take opportunity attacks against her. So she is going to actually step over by the manifest mind. And then she is going to go ahead and cast a guiding bolt at advantage against the blue slot. Actually, no, against the red slot, because the blue slot is prone. Guiding bolt with advantage will crit.
I'll take it. Nice.
For a total of, looks like 32 points. And then she will move over to here. The red slot is up. It is going to swing at Ulmor with disadvantage because it is blind. Missing.
Nice.
Missing. And missing, as Ulmor has an AC. Oh, Ulmor does have an AC of 20 because he is hasted.
Yes.
And then the creature will have to attempt its wisdom saving throw. DC 16 for the Guardians, and it does make it safe, so it's going only to take half damage from the 3d8 radiant, so it will take 6 radiant damage. Actually, -6. Actually, we're going to add +4 because it did regen as well. All right, there we go. And at the end of its turn, it is no longer blinded. Top of the round, Hannibal. You are up. There is a blue slot prone on the ground. There is a red
Yep.
slot that is very wounded.
All right, I'm going to look at the blue slot, pick Hugh up over my head.
That will hit. 9
Arr.
slashing.
I will repeat.
A 17 will hit with advantage.
Yeah.
This is prone for 9 slashing.
That's awful. I'll make that. No, that's good. I will punch. Drop a key point. Do a stunning strike. Punch.
That will hit.
Yay!
The creature is dead.
All right,
Oh,
second.
yeah.
They have to have
Oh.
at least 1 hit point to regenerate. You're fine.
Nice. My second punch from my unarmed strike.
26 will hit.
All right, looks like there's enough of us. Looks like there's enough of us to finish it off. Famous last words.
End of turn.
End of turn.
Felix, you're up.
Try to tell how much life it's got left. I'm going to do a chromatic orb at 2nd level.
Okay.
I'm going to do. I don't know if I can do necrotic at 2nd level. Hold on. I don't have necrotic, but I do have force. So this is going to be force damage.
Okay. 15 will hit.
2. And it would have jumped, but 8 damage.
The creature still stands, barely.
Got this, Ulmor.
Any movement for Felix?
No.
Ulmor, you're up.
Okay, Ulmor decides to take a break and have a sandwich. No, not really. He thinks about a sandwich as he's swinging the spider staff at the creature's gaping mouth.
Hits. The creature falls to the ground dead. Taking you all out of combat.
Oof.
But
Now
before,
Ulmor wants a sandwich.
before we continue on, a slot sandwich with some turkey in there from Turkey Day. We're going to go ahead and end the session here. You have cleared out, you now know that you have cleared out Elithnok. You have the 2 breaches into the far realm. One in this room, one in the room where you fought the goblins. Next week, we will pick back up here next Sunday, which is the 7th, I believe, to continue the next episode of Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. 8th, there we go. We'll go ahead and leave the characters where they're at. We can decide what you want to do at the beginning of the session next week, but we will go ahead and finish up here, having defeated the Slod, and we will immediately pick up right after the combat next Sunday. Great job, guys. Great job. Great redemptions, fingers. All of those that redeemed some
Yes,
channel
thank you.
points. Very awesome use of those. Reminder tomorrow, starting tomorrow, all of our 11 a.m. streams during the week, Monday through Friday, for our video game play is going to be switching over to Lord of the Rings Online, or perhaps maybe we might slip in some other MMORPGs or other RPG games that are fantasy based. We will be switching our 7 Days to Die and our Dead by Daylight streams to pop-up streams during the week, which we will announce on our Discord server in the stream announcements channel, probably about 30 minutes before those pop-up streams come up. But we will be doing our Middle-earth Monday tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., jumping back into the realm of Middle-earth and Lord of the Rings Online. But thanks everyone for watching tonight. Very much appreciated stopping by, spending your evening. Hope again everyone had a great holiday weekend with your friends and family. Hope it was safe and a fun time. You didn't have too much arguing over the dinner table about current events or politics. Hopefully everything went well with that regard. Of course, thanks to our patrons from Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider becoming a patron or subbing here on Twitch, twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. We very much appreciate your Prime subs. You get that one free sub every month, and we're definitely honored that you would choose our channel to use that sub on. Of course, the link to our Patreon page, as well as our YouTube channel and all of our social media accounts, can be found in the About Us section below here on Twitch. If you want to subscribe to us on YouTube, it is free to do. You can catch up on all of our video game streams, or all of our D&D streams on there as well. We do have an extra stream this Tuesday night. It is an off week for Vecna Eve of Ruin. However, we are going to be doing a one-shot with Blink is going to be the DM for us that evening. We're going to be doing one of the 50th anniversary adventures. Going to be playing on Foundry, so it's going to be interesting to play there. Haven't played Foundry for a while. We're going to be playing the Scions of Elemental Evil game for that on Tuesday night. But tomorrow again, we'll be doing Middle Earth Monday. If you would, like I said, subscribe to us on YouTube. It is free to do. Like and comment on the videos. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We do have a Blue Sky. As soon as Design Lizard and I come up with a setup for the Blue Sky account, we're going to have switching over to Blue Sky from Twitter as well. But if you can give us some likes, retweets, all that good stuff, every sub, like, and share helps us immensely. If you want to chat with us off stream, click on the Discord panel, either in the About Us section below or the link here in chat, where you can join the Master of Dungeons community Discord server, where you can help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive gaming community. The merch store is also open. Anything you purchase from the merch store would directly help support the channel. We're going to go ahead and raid over to another channel. Probably we're going to check out, see if Tweet Elite is live. We're looking for another D&D channel if they're not to check out. But thanks for watching. Stick around for the raid, please. Get ready to accept that. And then we'll hopefully see you tomorrow for some Middle Earth Monday. Until then, as always, happy adventuring. Raid incoming.